Could any X-Men Dark Phoenix characters cross over into the MCU? Note contains spoilers for X-Men Dark Phoenix. As every Marvel fan knows, the X-Men are now set to join the Marvel Cinematic Universe after the Fox-Disney deal was completed. That meant X-Men Dark Phoenix has been repositioned as the culmination of the series to date. But the cast have Video X. Sophie Turner, who plays Jean Grey, added when. But does X-Men Dark Phoenix leave the door open for any of the characters to move into the MCU? We're about to dive in. Come the end of Dark Phoenix, Magneto has gone back to Genosha, his mutant safe haven, but he still has time for one final chess game with Charles in Paris. Charles has retired. Same goes for Jean Grey, Sophie Turner and Mystique Jennifer Lawrence, as they're both killed off in Dark Phoenix. Sure, there's a phoenix flame going across the sky in the final shot of the movie, but it's unlikely that Jean will rise again unless the MCU wants to do another Dark Phoenix saga adaptation. It's not such a clear-cut ending for the rest of the X-Men, though. With Charles now retired, Beast Nicholas Hoult takes over the X-Men school, now renamed Jean Grey's School for Gifted Youngsters. Cyclops Ty Sheridan, Storm Alexandra Shipp, Nightcrawler Cody Smith-McPhee and Quicksilver Evan Peters are still at the school, so technically they could make an appearance in the MCU. Perhaps when mutants are introduced into that world, they need some guidance and get it from the school. However, the problem is that Dark Phoenix is set in 1992, so if the same stars are going to come back, it would have to be in an MCU movie set in the past, like with Captain Marvel, where it would be revealed that mutants have always been around. Or there would have to be some timey-wimey thing to bring this current class to the current 2023 time in the MCU. Coincidentally, they'd have to also explain why there's now a new Quicksilver, Mind. Interestingly, Jessica Chastain's villain, Book, has a history with the Avengers in the comics, so perhaps she could stir up some trouble in the MCU. She might have been killed. Then, who better to call than a team of powerful mutants who've dealt with Book before? And sure, we know that it's highly unlikely that any of them will pop up in the MCU, especially as the X-Men won't be introduced for a while yet. But until we know gallery facts you may not know about X-Men characters, Microsoft guess. MSN are empowering women in sport this summer. Find out more about
Raindrop, drip, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that.